What we do here is go back.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's BJGrand here, back from the dead, again. And before we get started, I just want to warn everyone that this might be a long video. I didn't write a script down. This is all coming from the heart, from the head. And I'm just talking and saying what I'm feeling as I'm going. So if it's a little long-winded, I really apologize, but I've been away for a long time and, felt the need to address my absence again and lead into the next phase of this channel. So if it feels like I'm rambling, I promise it all has a point, and just make it to the end of the video and you'll see exactly where I hope to go. And if a large majority of you are just like F off because you've heard this before, I don't blame you. This is basically to see who's still with me, who's still supporting me, and hoping to rekindle some of that relationship. So 90% of you just probably let out a groan and it's like, yeah, right. Last time you made a big splash and all these promises about how you're back, and you came out with 2 videos and you just up and left. And I got a lot of comments expressing disappointment about how I'm done with BJGrand. He's had my hopes up way too many times and I can't support him anymore, or people still asking me for videos. I've gotten a lot of those kinds of comments, and I hear you. It's not that I don't see your comments, and it's not that I don't understand your frustration. It's just a lot of stuff that's been going on, not unlike when I first came back and I was explaining why I was gone for that extended amount of time. So a couple of things are going on right now with this channel that I wanted to address, and so I'll tackle those points one at a time, hopefully as clear as I can, and hopefully you get excited. So first and foremost, why did I stop again? Well, it's no secret that I haven't been a big fan of the way 2K handled the creation part of it all. The highlight reel, for example, is way inferior to the way it was done when THQ had the franchise, and it's gotten progressively worse. One, it doesn't have a free cam that you can just edit things within the match. Create a video is not good. It's limiting. It takes way too long to load. So all of these things added maybe 2 or 3 times as much time to the creation process. And when I said that I was coming back the first time, I didn't really know exactly what I was getting into. I hadn't really explored the creation suite at the time. I didn't really get into highlight reel. I didn't really look into create a video and get a feel for how long everything would take to load, and the game crashes sometimes. It could get to be a bit messy. So all that to say, my last 2 videos, each one of them took me about a month to complete from start to finish, the promo and the match, and it was really exhausting. It's not like before where I was able to knock out a promo and a match in about a week, maybe 2 weeks time. This was taking up all of my time. I would wake up in the morning, I would go to work, and then come right back home and get to work on the videos and work on those for 5 to 6 hours, go to bed, go to work, and then rinse, repeat. It became a process that was so draining that I remember by the end of Chris Jericho versus Cesaro, where I would usually feel a little excited, I would feel anxious to get this out to you and get those reactions and get feedback on the match. I didn't feel anything. I remember at the end of the match, I wasn't happy to have this out. It just felt like such a draining process that really wasn't that rewarding anymore. And so I kind of quietly bowed out. People also need to realize that I started this out of a passion for it. I had a real love for the games, for WWE, for video editing, and this isn't something that I was making money off of. This wasn't paying the bills. I don't have a partnership anywhere. I had a brief stint with Machinima for a couple of months, but even that kind of fizzled out after a while because my videos just kept getting pegged with a bunch of copyright notices for some of the music that I was using. So even for the small amount of time that I was making a little bit of change from my videos, it didn't last too long. I even remember being excited that I was gonna have this big show, the WrestleMania show, and finally being able to make some money off of it. And man, that video was chopped to bits by copyright. And I even got some people messaging me like, hey, this is blocked in this part of the world. I can't view this on my mobile app. It was a mess. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that my jadedness towards, making these videos didn't start then. I looking back, I can see the cracks started to hit me then, where it was like I was investing all this time into these videos and it was a lot of setbacks. When I thought the channel would progress, or when I thought that I would start to see some more traffic, something would always bring me back a peg. The WrestleMania show was a huge success, and I was looking forward to continuing that into the next gen, which was the PS4. But then the creation suite was then completely eliminated, and just so many frustrations and so many setbacks after a while really got to me. So I was strictly doing this for not only you guys, because you guys have supported me for so long, but because I love to create and I love to have that interaction between myself and my fans. And yeah, I tried the Patreon campaign, and admittedly that didn't really go over too well, and that's my fault. I disappeared for a couple of years and just came back and expected you guys to just be on board with this brand new format, and it honestly wasn't fair to you guys. But it was just my way of trying to shake things up, revamp the channel a little bit, try some new ideas. But when that love was gone, I really didn't have a passion to keep going. You really have to enjoy what you're doing if you're gonna spend a month nonstop on something. So, long story short, I bowed out. I quietly exited out of the back door, and I just took all the comments on the chin. You guys were definitely entitled to feel the way you felt, but it was just something that I wasn't really connected to anymore. As some of you guys know, I'm also an illustrator, an animator, artist, and that's where my true passion lied, is in now trying to become a pro at those things. So I guess that's my next point. Right now, I'm in the process of trying to start up an independent art studio where I'm producing comic books, animated shorts, hopefully that can turn to animated films, trying to get into some professional video editing as well, logo design, and these things take time. So I had to make a choice between what takes priority and what can kind of go into the back burner. And unfortunately, the videos were the choice, right? There was only but so much I can do with this channel without it interfering with my professional life and my personal life. So that's the direction that I decided to go in. And so far, I'm pretty happy. Now, as far as the independent studio goes, still in the very, very early stages. It's just me. So you can only imagine how much work I have to put in to try to get everything off the ground. And so I'm trying to create a presence on YouTube, on social media in general, trying to figure out marketing, trying to figure out how to get people to be interested in my product. And that's a full-time job in and of itself. So that explains what I'm up to right now. Now, on to why I'm making this video in the first place. First of all, I would like to shout out Cameron Bash. His YouTube channel is Broken Fun Bash. He used to work with the FAM family. He used to produce videos with them, and now he's off to do his own thing. He reached out to me a month or so ago on Twitter, and he came up with this proposal that, I was pretty excited about. He's trying to start his own CAW federation called JAM, and he was a longtime fan of mine. He saw that I had a pretty unique fan base, a fan base that appreciates, cool simulation matches, and he thought that there would be some interesting way to cross over and expose himself to some fans that would appreciate some good content. So he had a pretty interesting proposal. His idea was to upload some shows, some pay-per-views onto my channel, and in exchange I can become some kind of unofficial / official sponsor of his shows and his videos to kind of get my name back out there. And I really liked that idea, but the one thing that didn't really sit right with me was that you guys have gone so long without getting a video from me that I don't want to just whore my channel out and upload someone else's videos onto my channel. I know you guys would throw that up in a second. So much credit to Cameron. He came up with the idea to give you guys what you want. And he said, well, why don't we just give them the last match of SummerSlam? Give them Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Hulk Hogan. And he even offered to edit the match because match simulation is also what he does. And he felt like it would be a good idea to show you guys exactly what he does, how good he can edit matches, and to give you guys a reason to check some of his stuff out and welcome some of his videos onto this channel. And I've seen some of his videos. I've taken a look at his shows. I entered a couple of live streams here and there just to get a feel for how he is, because if I didn't like the way he did things, there's no way I would trust him to do a match of mine. And I really enjoyed what I saw. You know, there are a lot of people who try the simulation style that I helped make popular, and you know, a lot of people don't really get it, and he definitely gets it. I really loved the way he was editing. I loved his shots. I loved the storytelling in his matches. His spots were creative. You guys know I love the whole taking one move and editing it into another move, and that kind of magic. All of that was present in his videos, and when I saw that, I was on board. You know, but I had one caveat, right? It didn't feel right for the last match of this big SummerSlam that I promoted 5 years ago. It's crazy how much time passed. But I didn't feel right not having any involvement in that. After all, it was my story, it was my build up, and I really wanted to have a hand in it. So I told him he can do the match, but I wanted to not only produce the promo, but I also wanted to script out the match, to have a true collaboration. And so I guess that's where this big announcement is headed. You will get Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Hulk Hogan. The custom promo is all me, and the match, all of the script, all of the sequences, the sound is all me. He's just taking my script, he's editing it together, and what you're getting from that point is him. You know, the way the match looks, the way it's shot, the way it's put together is all him, so you can get an idea of what he does. And I'm really excited about you guys seeing this. This promo is probably the best promo I've done in years, and not just years because I haven't done videos in years. I mean, even better than the Brock Lesnar Sheamus promo, better than the Chris Jericho Cesaro promo, better than some of my later 2K video from 2K14. I really enjoyed doing this, and I guess that brings me to my next announcement. I know, guys, this is pretty long-winded, but I've been gone for a while, so I have a lot to say and a lot to announce. I don't know how excited you guys are about this, because I know the matches are the big staple and the big draws of this channel, but it takes so damn long, man, and it's so time consuming. And you know, I don't have to go into it again about how limiting the tools are in the highlight reel, but I tell you, I'm really happy while making the promo, and I enjoyed that feeling of creating this and having that anxiety to get it out to you guys. So what I'm gonna try to do, I'm not gonna make any promises, because I made promises last time and didn't really pan out too well. But for the time being, I feel like I want to go in the direction of just a custom promo only channel, where I can give you guys a new custom promo every other week or so, every 2 weeks, I don't know, but promos are a lot less time consuming. You know, I can produce a bulk of them, and I can just kind of have fun with it, not be constricted to ongoing storylines that I've had, or I have to go this direction. And I'll have some polls on my Twitter account. I'll have some polls on the YouTube community page, and we'll just have fun with it. We don't have to have any continuing storylines. It could just be, hey, what promo do you guys want to see this week? Do you want to see CM Punk versus Randy Savage? Do you want to see Eddie Guerrero versus Del Rio? Do you want to see Big Show versus Andre? And we'll just have some fun with that. I really had a fire lit under me after this, and I want to thank Broken Fun Bash, Cameron. And I hope you guys give him a chance and you welcome his videos and don't reject it. Who knows? 2K took a year off to revamp the game, and from what I saw, Creative Story was a big thing that was requested by the fans. And if they come back with some of those tools that made the creating process a lot easier and a lot more fun, then I could see myself coming back in a year and making some of these matches. I just need to know that it's gonna be something that I can invest in, that's not gonna absorb all of my free time, So yeah, that's the announcement. Let me know what you guys think. Also, my independent art studio, if you got to this part of the video, I will have information soon enough. I'll have links to my YouTube page, my Twitter, my Instagram, and I hope you guys come along for this ride too. I know that some of you guys might not be interested. You might just only be interested in this channel, and I mean, that's fine. But if 2 or 3 of you decide, hey, I'm gonna check out what's going on over there, you guys are welcome. And again, I'm really sorry for letting you guys down all these years and not releasing any videos. You have no idea, as upset as you guys were and are, it doesn't amount to how upset I am, because I really loved making these videos. This is someone who made a 3-hour WrestleMania video over the course of 4 to 5 months. And again, I wasn't sponsored by anyone. I didn't have the backing of 2K. I didn't have some big live stream fest where I was making a bunch of money. It was literally me sitting in front of a computer for most of that summer, and making videos for you guys nonstop. And that was probably one of the happiest times making these videos, was rolling these out in these little mini trailers, having you guys be excited and looking forward to this big show. I think the biggest disappointment was that I wasn't able to continue that feeling, because shortly after 2K15 came out, took out all of the creation tools, and I was left to kind of spin my wheels. Like, how is this channel going to continue? Am I just going to stop? Am I going to have to kind of work some magic? And I ended up trying to do the whole mixed 2K15 with 2K14 thing, and that didn't quite work out for me. I didn't like the way those videos came out. Those are some of my least favorite videos, and it was actually a little depressing, because I kind of saw my channel starting to die, and I just couldn't keep it going, with school, with work, transitioning into this thing called adulthood, trying to pay bills, trying to make ends meet, and trying to hold on to this channel. It just didn't work out that way. So I hope that with this new format of just making promos and just having fun interactions, you guys in the comments, comment about the promo, comment about what promos you want to see, and the polling that I was talking about earlier with the promos, the Q&As where after the match is uploaded, I'd love to have that back and forth with you guys, just having some questions about the process of the match, or fun facts, or even about previous matches that I did. If I can remember, I'd love to have that conversation. If I can remember some fun facts or some reasons as to why I did something, yeah, I'd love to just kick it with you guys. And that way we can stay in touch and we can keep that relationship going, because I miss that. I really miss you guys' comments and you guys' reactions and the enthusiasm you guys had. love you guys. This channel started off as some shoddy highlight reel channel where it would just take clips of a match, and then it just slowly grew and grew and grew, and you guys stayed throughout all of it, to the point where you sat down and watched a 10-minute match, and then you sat down and watched a 15-minute match, you sat down and watched a 20-minute match, 30-minute match, 3-hour show. I can't say enough how much I love you guys and how much I appreciate it. And I truly hope that you guys made it to this point of the video, because I really want you to hear this and know that I haven't forgotten about you. I see your comments, and it really upsets me as much as it does you. It is what it is. The circumstances made it what it is, and I hope that in the future games the creation suite is better and we can get this channel rocking again. But for now, work with me and we'll try to see if we can rekindle some of that magic. So I'm gonna sign off here. I hope you guys enjoy what we give you. It's a true collaboration, and he's gonna work his ass off to make this the best match possible, and I have all the faith in the world that it's gonna be great. So thanks guys, and hope to see some excitement for this, and we'll see where it all goes. Thanks.